Introductions. Have you ever felt that someone was hiding something from you, but couldn't quite put your finger on it? Imagine having the ability to read their thoughts and emotions, effortlessly navigating interactions with a sense of certainty and confidence. In a world where communication often happens through screens and digital devices, the art of understanding people face to face has never been more critical. Whether you're climbing the career ladder, seeking deeper connections with loved ones, or simply expanding your knowledge of human behavior, the skills you'll gain from this book will be transformative. We live in an era marked by rapid technological advancements and increasing digitization. Yet, amidst all the innovations, one thing remains constant: our intrinsic need for genuine human connection. This book aims to bridge the gap that technology sometimes widens, equipping you with the tools to perceive and interpret the subtleties of human interaction that lie beneath the surface. When you master the skill of reading people, you open doors to more authentic relationships, whether at work, at home, or in social settings. Imagine walking into a meeting and instantly gauging the mood of the room, knowing who is genuinely interested in collaborating and who might have reservations. Picture yourself in a family gathering, able to sense unspoken tensions and diffuse potential conflicts before they escalate. Envision how your romantic relationships could transform as you become attuned to your partner's unvoiced feelings, fostering trust and empathy. These scenarios are not just wishful thinking. They are attainable realities when you understand the intricate dance of nonverbal communication. This book stands apart from others that merely scratch the surface of body language and social skills. Here we delve deep into the psychology behind every gesture, expression, and tone of voice. You'll explore the why behind the what, why certain behaviors manifest in specific ways, and what they reveal about a person's inner state. This comprehensive approach ensures that you're not just learning to recognize patterns, but also understanding the underlying psychological principles that drive them. Incorporating insights from cutting-edge research in psychology and neuroscience, this book provides a nuanced perspective on interpersonal dynamics. You'll learn how to decode microexpressions, those fleeting facial movements that can betray true feelings even when someone is trying to conceal them. You'll discover the significance of body posture and how it reflects confidence, openness, or defensiveness. Moreover, you'll find out how vocal tones and speech patterns can indicate sincerity, nervousness, or deception. The benefits of mastering these skills are manifold. For young professionals striving to advance their careers, enhanced interpersonal abilities can be a game changer. Networking becomes more effective when you can read the room and connect with the right people. Job interviews and negotiations turn in your favor when you understand the other party's unspoken reservations and aspirations. Leadership roles demand a keen sense of emotional intelligence, and the insights you'll gain here will set you on the path to becoming an inspirational leader. For those looking to improve their romantic and familial relationships, this book offers invaluable advice on building trust and empathy. Understanding the nonverbal cues of your loved ones allows you to respond with greater sensitivity, creating a nurturing environment where everyone feels heard and valued. Through practical exercises, you'll learn how to manage conflict constructively, ensuring that disagreements become opportunities for growth rather than causes of resentment. Psychology enthusiasts and self-help readers will appreciate the rigorous yet accessible integration of research-based insights. This book doesn't just provide theoretical knowledge. It's packed with actionable techniques you can apply immediately. Each chapter includes real-world exercises designed to reinforce what you've learned, helping you practice and internalize your new skills in everyday situations. Every interaction is an opportunity to connect more deeply, communicate more effectively, and understand more thoroughly. By the time you finish this book, you'll have a toolkit equipped with strategies to spot deception, identify emotions, and foster trust. Imagine the confidence you'll carry into every conversation, knowing you can navigate complex social landscapes with ease. Let's take a moment to consider a practical example. You might be attending a networking event, typically a daunting experience filled with unfamiliar faces. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you'll walk in with a newfound sense of assurance. You'll observe body language from across the room, identifying clusters of individuals and reading the general atmosphere. Approaching a group, you'll use your knowledge to initiate conversations that resonate on a deeper level, establishing connections that go beyond superficial small talk. Or perhaps you're in a heated discussion with a colleague. Armed with your insights into human behavior, you'll notice the subtle signs of stress or discomfort. Rather than escalating the conflict, you'll know when to steer the conversation into more constructive territory, addressing concerns and finding common ground. Your ability to read between the lines will make you a trusted team member, someone others look to for guidance and support. In your personal life, the skills you acquire will help you build stronger ties with family and friends. You'll become more attuned to their needs and feelings, responding with empathy and understanding. This heightened awareness leads to more fulfilling relationships, where open communication and mutual respect flourish. This book is not just about acquiring knowledge. It's about transforming your interactions and relationships in meaningful ways. As you progress through the chapters, you'll embark on a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Every bit of information you absorb, every technique you practice, moves you closer to becoming a master of the art of reading people. And in mastering this art, you'll find that the world opens up in ways you never imagined, filled with richer, more rewarding connections. Prepare to unlock the secrets of human behavior, enhancing every aspect of your life. Welcome to a deeper understanding of the people around you. Welcome to the art of reading people. Chapter 1. Understanding the basics of body language. Understanding the basics of body language is integral to improving how we communicate with others. In our everyday interactions, much of what we convey and perceive comes through nonverbal cues, such as gestures, facial expressions, posture, and eye contact. These forms of communication often speak louder than words themselves, and can significantly impact how messages are interpreted. By mastering the art of reading body language, individuals can enhance their interpersonal skills, making their interactions more effective and meaningful. This chapter delves into the fundamental principles of body language and its profound effect on communication. It covers various aspects, including the historical context of body language and how it has evolved over time. Readers will explore key concepts such as congruence between verbal and nonverbal messages, the role of tone and inflection, and the importance of contextual factors in interpreting body language. Practical strategies and exercises aimed at aligning verbal and nonverbal communication are also discussed, providing readers with actionable insights to apply in both professional and personal settings. The history and importance of body language in human interactions. The significance of body language in communication is deeply rooted in history and evolution. The earliest insights into nonverbal communication can be traced back to ancient civilizations, where body language played a crucial role in everyday interactions long before the advent of written language. For instance, gestures, facial expressions, and other bodily movements were essential forms of conveying messages. These nonverbal cues allowed people to express emotions, intentions, and commands, facilitating understanding and cooperation within communities. Pioneering researchers such as Charles Darwin and Paul Ekman have significantly shaped our current understanding of body language's role in daily life. Darwin's seminal work, The Expression of the Emotions in Man and Animals, 1872, laid the foundation for modern research on nonverbal behavior by proposing that certain emotional expressions are universal and have evolutionary origins. Darwin suggested that these expressions, which convey emotions like happiness, sadness, anger, and fear, evolved because they were advantageous for survival. He theorized that such expressions were not only significant for human interactions, but also had parallels in the animal kingdom. Paul Ekman's contributions further advanced the field by identifying and cataloging specific facial expressions associated with basic emotions. His research demonstrated that these expressions are consistent across different cultures, supporting the idea of their universality. Ekman's work provided empirical evidence that certain facial expressions are biologically innate and not solely learned behaviors. This insight has been instrumental in understanding how humans communicate non-verbally on a fundamental level. Historical contexts highlight the universal nature of body language across cultures, indicating that some gestures and expressions are almost instinctively understood by people from diverse backgrounds. For example, the smile is universally recognized as a sign of friendliness or happiness, while a frown typically conveys displeasure or sadness. These shared understandings suggest an inherent aspect of body language that transcends cultural boundaries. Anthropological studies have shown that even in isolated societies, with little contact with the outside world, individuals exhibit similar nonverbal behaviors related to emotions. Fundamental gestures, such as facial expressions or hand signals, played a vital role in early human development. Before the creation of complex spoken languages, these gestures helped early humans develop mechanisms for cooperation and social bonding. For instance, raising hands to signal surrender or peace, and nodding to indicate agreement or approval were important in establishing trust and understanding within groups. These gestures were not just about communication, but also about forming and maintaining social bonds, which were crucial for survival in prehistoric times. The use of body language in early human societies illustrates its importance in survival and societal development. Nonverbal cues aided hunting strategies, group coordination, and the establishment of hierarchies. For example, silent signals during hunting allowed for effective group coordination without alerting prey. Additionally, leaders could assert dominance or submission through postures and gestures, helping to maintain social order and cohesion within groups. Understanding the roots and impact of body language provides valuable insights into its enduring significance in contemporary society. Despite the evolution of complex verbal languages, nonverbal communication remains a powerful tool in human interactions. It enhances spoken words by adding context, emotion, and emphasis, making communication more effective and nuanced. Recognizing and interpreting body language accurately can improve interpersonal relationships, enhance professional interactions, and foster empathy and understanding in various social settings. Why does body language matter today? In our modern world, effective communication is essential in almost every aspect of life, from personal relationships to professional environments. Being aware of body language can help individuals better navigate social situations and build stronger connections with others. Whether it's a job interview, a business meeting, or a casual conversation, understanding and appropriately responding to nonverbal cues can significantly impact the outcome of these interactions. Moreover, body language plays a critical role in building trust and rapport. For instance, maintaining eye contact, offering a firm handshake, and matching the other person's body posture can create a sense of mutual respect and understanding. Conversely, negative body language, such as crossed arms, lack of eye contact, or turning away, can signal disinterest or hostility, potentially damaging relationships or hindering effective communication. In professional settings, mastering body language can provide a competitive edge. Young professionals looking to advance their careers can benefit greatly from honing their nonverbal communication skills. Confident body language, such as standing tall, using open gestures, and smiling genuinely, can make a strong impression during presentations, negotiations, or networking events. It conveys competence, reliability, and approachability, which are highly valued traits in the workplace. In personal relationships, understanding body language can deepen emotional connections and improve empathy. Reading subtle nonverbal cues, such as changes in facial expressions or body positioning, allows individuals to respond more sensitively to their partner's needs and feelings. This awareness fosters trust and intimacy, creating a more supportive and harmonious relationship. The correlation between verbal and nonverbal communication. Understanding the basics of body language involves recognizing how verbal and nonverbal cues work together to enhance communication effectiveness. By exploring the interplay between these two forms of expression, we can gain insight into how our messages are received and interpreted. Congruence between verbal and nonverbal messages is fundamental in communication. When what we say aligns with our body language, it strengthens the intended message. For instance, nodding while saying yes reinforces agreement. Conversely, when there is a discrepancy, such as crossing arms while claiming openness to feedback, it creates confusion or distrust. In professional settings, congruence can build credibility and trustworthiness, crucial for young professionals seeking to advance their careers. Similarly, in personal relationships, consistent messaging can foster deeper emotional connections and trust. The role of tone, pitch, and inflection cannot be overlooked. These vocal elements can either complement or contradict body language, significantly altering the meaning behind spoken words. A warm, enthusiastic tone paired with an open posture communicates friendliness and engagement. On the other hand, a monotone voice combined with slumped shoulders can signal disinterest, even if the words themselves are positive. Research suggests that nonverbal communication often holds more weight than verbal cues, making it vital to ensure alignment between the two. For example, during a job interview, maintaining a confident tone and upright posture can make a candidate appear more competent and prepared. Situational context also plays a critical role in interpreting both verbal and nonverbal signals. The environment and circumstances surrounding an interaction can influence how messages are perceived. For instance, in a high-stress situation, such as a doctor delivering bad news, a soothing tone and empathetic body language can provide comfort beyond the words spoken. Context helps decipher ambiguous gestures, like someone avoiding eye contact might be seen as deceitful in one context, but respectful in another, depending on cultural norms or situational demands. Understanding this dynamic is essential for effective communication across diverse scenarios, from business meetings to family gatherings. To align verbal communication with nonverbal signals, certain exercises and strategies can be employed. Practicing active listening, where individuals focus fully on the speaker, involves nodding, making appropriate facial expressions, and using affirming words to show understanding and engagement. Professionals can also benefit from rehearsing speeches or presentations in front of a mirror, or recording themselves to observe and adjust their nonverbal cues. Additionally, maintaining awareness of body language during interactions can help ensure it supports rather than contradicts the spoken message. Developing congruence between verbal and nonverbal messages can be particularly useful for those aiming to improve romantic and familial relationships. Simple actions like making eye contact, smiling, and mirroring a partner's gestures can significantly enhance communication. These actions demonstrate empathy and attentiveness, helping to build trust and strengthen bonds. Likewise, awareness of tone can prevent misunderstandings. For instance, a gentle tone during difficult conversations can soften the impact of tough topics, promoting mutual respect and understanding. In professional environments, nonverbal communication skills are equally valuable. For young professionals, mastering these can lead to more effective networking and collaboration. Positive body language, such as firm handshakes and open stances, can create a welcoming atmosphere conducive to productive discussions. Moreover, being mindful of colleagues' nonverbal cues can aid in identifying unspoken concerns or enthusiasm, allowing for more responsive and adaptive leadership. Psychology enthusiasts and self-help readers will find that integrating research-based insights with practical techniques offers a comprehensive approach to understanding human behavior. Recognizing patterns in body language can provide clues about underlying emotions and intentions. For instance, noticing someone's foot pointing towards the exit during a conversation might indicate their desire to leave, offering an opportunity to address any discomfort. Exercises designed to enhance congruence include role-playing scenarios where individuals practice aligning their verbal and nonverbal communication. This can be especially beneficial in conflict resolution, teaching participants to maintain calm and open body language while discussing sensitive issues. Workshops focusing on nonverbal communication skills can also provide hands-on experience and personalized feedback, fostering continuous improvement. Understanding how verbal and nonverbal cues interact requires continuous observation and practice. By paying attention to the congruence between these signals, adjusting vocal elements to match our body language, and considering situational contexts, we can communicate more effectively and authentically. Whether trying to advance in a career, improve personal relationships, or simply understand human interactions better, mastering the basics of body language offers invaluable tools for enhancing communication. Guidelines for ensuring alignment between verbal and nonverbal communication can be simple yet impactful. Start by being aware of your own body language and how it matches your speech. Practice speaking in front of a mirror to observe and correct discrepancies. Record yourself during presentations to identify areas needing adjustment. Engage in active listening to show genuine interest and empathy, using nods and appropriate facial expressions. During stressful interactions, consciously adopt a calm and open posture to convey receptiveness and support. By consistently practicing these strategies, individuals can develop a natural harmony between their words and actions, enhancing their ability to connect with others on a deeper level. Effective communication is not merely about what we say, but how we say it, and how our bodies reinforce our words. Embracing this holistic approach can lead to more meaningful and successful interactions in all aspects of life. Concluding thoughts. This chapter has provided a comprehensive introduction to the core principles of body language and its significant role in communication. By delving into historical contexts and pioneering research, we have gained a deeper understanding of how nonverbal cues facilitate human interactions. The work of early researchers like Charles Darwin and Paul Ekman highlighted the universality and evolutionary roots of emotional expressions, demonstrating that certain gestures and facial expressions are fundamental across cultures. These insights underscore the importance of recognizing and interpreting body language to enhance our daily interactions. As we navigate various social settings, whether professional or personal, being attuned to body language can greatly improve our communication effectiveness. Identifying congruence between verbal and nonverbal messages helps in building trust and rapport, which are crucial for successful relationships and career advancements. Understanding subtle cues allows us to respond empathetically, thereby fostering deeper connections with others. By practicing and refining these skills, we can achieve more meaningful and authentic interactions, ultimately enriching both our personal and professional lives. Chapter 2. Decoding facial expressions. Decoding facial expressions holds the key to better understanding the emotions of those around us. Whether in professional settings, personal relationships, or everyday interactions, the ability to accurately read facial cues can offer invaluable insights into what someone is truly feeling. Our faces convey a wealth of information beyond spoken words, allowing for deeper connections and more meaningful communication. By paying close attention to subtle changes in facial expressions, we can enhance our empathy and responsiveness in various social contexts. In this chapter, we will explore the 7 universal facial expressions that transcend cultural boundaries and form the basis of nonverbal communication. We will dive into practical tools for recognizing these emotions, from studying specific facial muscles to engaging in exercises designed to improve observational skills. Additionally, we'll examine the role of context in interpretation, recognizing how the same expression can convey different emotions depending on the situation. Furthermore, techniques for detecting fleeting microexpressions, those quick involuntary facial movements, will be discussed, emphasizing their importance in uncovering hidden emotions. This chapter will equip readers with actionable strategies to decode facial expressions accurately, leading to enhanced interpersonal skills and a stronger understanding of human behavior. Recognizing universal facial expressions of emotion. Understanding facial expressions is key to decoding underlying emotions in various contexts. This subpoint explores the 7 universal emotions, tools for recognizing these emotions, and the importance of context in interpreting facial expressions accurately. The 7 universal emotions: happiness, sadness, surprise, fear, disgust, anger, and contempt are universally recognized expressions that transcend cultural boundaries. These emotions form the foundation of nonverbal communication and can be identified through distinct facial cues. For example, happiness is typically shown with raised cheeks and crow's feet wrinkles around the eyes, while sadness might feature drooping eyelids and downturned corners of the mouth. Recognizing these base emotions helps create a shared understanding, regardless of one's background. Tools for recognition. Accurately identifying these emotions begins with familiarizing oneself with the specific facial muscles engaged during each expression. One effective technique is to study photographs or videos displaying these emotions. Analyze the facial features that change, such as the eyebrows, eyes, and mouth positions, and practice by mimicking these expressions in front of a mirror. This not only reinforces visual memory, but also builds muscle memory, making future recognition easier. Practical exercises are essential to mastering this skill. One exercise involves observing people in public places like parks or cafes discreetly. Try to identify the emotions they display, and later cross-check with possible situational guesses. Using flashcards featuring different facial expressions can also be a fun way to practice. Additionally, there are mobile applications designed to test and enhance your ability to recognize facial expressions through interactive quizzes and challenges, often used by psychology enthusiasts and professionals alike. Misinterpretations and context. While learning to identify facial expressions is crucial, it's equally important to understand that context plays a significant role in interpretation. The same facial expression can convey different emotions depending on the situation. For instance, a person might furrow their brows in both concentration and frustration. Without considering the surrounding context, maybe a challenging puzzle versus an annoying traffic jam, it's easy to misinterpret the emotion. To mitigate such risks, pay attention to additional cues like body language, tone of voice, and environmental factors. Engaging in active listening and asking clarifying questions can also help ensure your interpretation aligns with the actual emotional state of the person. For example, if someone looks surprised during a meeting, ask if everything is okay or if they need further explanation on the topic being discussed. Practice makes perfect. Like any other skill, continuous practice is vital for improving your ability to read facial expressions. Setting small daily goals, such as identifying at least 5 different emotions in various media, can steadily sharpen your observational skills. Over time, you'll find it easier to pick up subtle emotional cues in real-life interactions. Introducing games and resources into your routine can make practicing more enjoyable. Charades, where participants act out emotions without words, can be a fun group activity that enhances everyone's recognition skills. Online platforms also offer numerous resources, including detailed articles, video tutorials, and expert-led webinars to support your learning journey. For young professionals aiming to advance their careers, enhanced recognition of facial expressions can significantly improve interpersonal skills and workplace dynamics. It enables better networking and connection with colleagues, clients, and supervisors. Similarly, individuals seeking to strengthen romantic or familial relationships will benefit from improved empathy and deeper emotional connections with loved ones. By understanding the emotional states of those around them, they can respond more compassionately and appropriately in various situations. Psychology enthusiasts and self-help readers will appreciate how integrating these research-based insights into everyday practice aids in fostering a profound understanding of human behavior. Awareness of universal facial expressions and their nuances provides a robust foundation for exploring more complex emotional dynamics and their impacts on social interactions. The role of microexpressions and context. Microexpressions are rapid, involuntary facial expressions that occur as a result of emotional reactions, often within a fraction of a second. These fleeting expressions reveal the true emotions someone may be experiencing, even if they are trying to hide them. Because they are so brief and subtle, detecting microexpressions requires keen observation and practice. To effectively spot microexpressions in conversations, several techniques can be employed. Firstly, it's essential to maintain eye contact without appearing intrusive. Observing changes around the eyes and mouth is crucial, as these areas often exhibit the most telling signs of emotion. For example, a quick tightening of the lips might indicate anger or frustration, while widened eyes could suggest surprise. Practicing mindfulness can also enhance focus during interpersonal communications, making it easier to catch these fleeting expressions. Training your mind to stay present and attentive helps increase your overall awareness of subtle cues. There are practical exercises you can undertake to improve your ability to detect microexpressions. One effective method is to watch videos of people exhibiting various emotions and pause the video at different intervals to identify any quick changes in their facial expressions. Additionally, using technology like mobile apps designed to train users in recognizing microexpressions can be highly beneficial. These tools often provide real-time feedback and simulate real-life scenarios, making the learning process interactive and engaging. In daily life, being able to recognize microexpressions can significantly enhance your interactions in various contexts. In negotiations, for instance, spotting a microexpression of doubt or concern in the other party can alert you to underlying hesitations, allowing you to address them proactively. During job interviews, noticing a brief expression of unease on a candidate's face when discussing certain topics can provide insights into areas they might find challenging. In personal relationships, recognizing a quick flash of sadness or distress can prompt a timely offer of support and empathy, fostering deeper emotional connections. Understanding the context in which these expressions occur is equally important. The environmental setting, whether it be a workplace or a social gathering, can greatly influence the interpretation of microexpressions. For example, a furrowed brow in a professional meeting might indicate concentration rather than anger, depending on the discussion's nature. Similarly, a slight smile in a tense negotiation might not signify happiness, but rather a polite attempt to ease the tension. Being aware of situational nuances helps in accurately decoding the underlying emotions. The psychological basis for the appearance of microexpressions lies in instinctual emotional responses. Our brains are wired to react instantly to stimuli, and these reactions often manifest on our faces before we can consciously control them. This is why microexpressions are such reliable indicators of genuine feelings. They occur before the individual has had time to mask their true emotions deliberately. Understanding that these expressions are rooted in our biology underscores the importance of learning to recognize them. Moreover, the fleeting nature of microexpressions presents unique challenges to observation. Because they last only a fraction of a second, they can easily be missed or misinterpreted, especially by untrained observers. Continuous practice and exposure to varied examples are key to honing the skill of reading these quick facial cues accurately. Engaging in regular exercises, such as reviewing recorded interactions for microexpressions, can strengthen your observational abilities over time. Incorporating technological tools into your training regimen can further enhance your proficiency in detecting microexpressions. There are software programs available that use artificial intelligence to analyze facial expressions and provide instant feedback. These tools can help you understand the nuances of microexpressions better and track your progress in real time. Some platforms even offer guided practices and simulations to test your skills in diverse scenarios, making the learning experience comprehensive and practical. Reflecting on past conversations, where microexpressions might have changed your interpretation of interactions, can also be insightful. Think back to moments when you felt there was more to what the other person was saying than met the eye. Consider how noticing a fleeting facial expression could have altered your response, or deepened your understanding of the situation. This reflection can reinforce the importance of paying attention to these brief but significant cues. While recognizing microexpressions can be immensely beneficial, it is not without its challenges. Emotional biases can cloud your perception, leading to incorrect interpretations. For instance, if you are feeling anxious or stressed, you might misread a neutral expression as one of disapproval. Cultivating emotional neutrality helps mitigate this risk. Practices such as meditation or breathing exercises can promote a calm state of mind, making it easier to observe others' expressions objectively. Self-assessment tools can aid in measuring your improvement in recognizing microexpressions. Regularly testing yourself with facial recognition quizzes or scenario-based assessments helps track your progress and identify areas needing improvement. Setting personal goals and benchmarks can motivate you to continue refining your skills, ensuring that you become adept at reading these subtle yet revealing facial cues. Summary and reflections. Mastering the ability to accurately interpret facial expressions is a valuable skill that can enhance various aspects of our personal and professional lives. Throughout this chapter, we delved into recognizing universal emotions, using tools and exercises to sharpen our observational skills, and understanding the importance of context in interpreting these expressions. By practicing these techniques, we can become more attuned to the subtle emotional cues that people display, leading to improved communication and stronger connections with others. Recognizing microexpressions adds another layer to our emotional intelligence, allowing us to pick up on fleeting, yet telling signs of genuine feelings. This skill can have significant benefits in diverse situations, from negotiations and job interviews to personal relationships. As we continue to practice and refine our ability to read both universal facial expressions and microexpressions, we enhance our empathy and effectiveness in interacting with others, ultimately fostering deeper, more meaningful connections. Chapter 3. The Power of Eye Contact. Eye contact is a fundamental aspect of human interaction, often speaking louder than words. The way we use our eyes can reveal much about our emotions and intentions, influencing how others perceive us in various contexts. In professional settings, maintaining the right balance of eye contact can build trust and convey confidence, while in personal relationships, it can foster deeper connections and understanding. Understanding the nuances of eye contact allows us to navigate social interactions more effectively, ensuring that our nonverbal cues align with our verbal messages. This chapter delves into the diverse meanings behind different types of eye contact, from direct gazes that signal engagement and sincerity, to averted eyes that might indicate discomfort or deceit. It explores how these subtle signals can greatly impact professional environments, romantic relationships, and everyday social interactions. Additionally, the chapter examines cultural differences in interpreting eye contact and provides insights on how to adapt our behaviors to enhance communication across varying cultural contexts. By mastering the art of eye contact, readers will gain valuable tools for improving their interpersonal skills and building stronger, more empathetic connections with others. Different types of eye contact and their meanings. Direct eye contact is a powerful tool in communication. It reflects confidence and sincerity, often fostering trust and intimacy between individuals. When someone maintains eye contact, it signals that they are engaged and earnest in the conversation. This can be incredibly beneficial in both professional and personal settings, where establishing a sense of trust is paramount. However, it's important to note that while direct eye contact can convey positive traits, overdoing it may come across as confrontational or aggressive. Therefore, understanding when to hold or break eye contact is crucial for maintaining a balanced interaction. On the other hand, averted eye contact can communicate a range of emotions and intentions. When someone avoids making eye contact, it might indicate feelings of unease or shyness. For instance, during a job interview, a candidate who frequently looks away might be perceived as nervous or lacking confidence. In contrast, Avoiding eye contact in certain cultural contexts or high-stress situations can also be an indicator of deception. It's essential to consider the context and cultural background when interpreting averted eye contact, as these factors significantly influence how such behavior is perceived. A gentle gaze, different from both direct and averted eye contact, shows interest and attentiveness. It strikes a balance between staring intensely and looking away, thus creating a comfortable environment for open conversations. This type of eye contact is particularly effective in personal relationships, where it encourages individuals to share their thoughts and feelings more openly. A relaxed and soft gaze often conveys empathy and understanding, making it easier for people to connect on a deeper emotional level. Additionally, blinking rate and patterns can offer insights into a person's emotional state. For example, increased blinking may signal stress or discomfort, indicating that the individual is overwhelmed or anxious. Conversely, a slower blink rate could reflect calmness and confidence, suggesting that the person feels at ease in the interaction. Synchronization of blinking patterns with the speaking rhythm can also provide clues about attentiveness. An attentive listener might subconsciously align their blinking with the speaker's pauses, demonstrating active engagement in the conversation. Understanding these various forms of eye contact and their significance in communication enhances our ability to decode unspoken emotional expressions. It allows us to gauge others' feelings and reactions more accurately, ultimately improving our interpersonal interactions. Whether we aim to build professional networks, strengthen romantic relationships, or simply become more empathetic communicators, mastering the nuances of eye contact is a vital skill. To ensure effective use of eye contact, recognizing situational context is essential. For instance, maintaining eye contact while delivering a presentation can help engage the audience and convey confidence. However, during a casual conversation, constantly fixing your gaze on the other person might make them uncomfortable. It's about finding a balance that aligns with the nature of the interaction and the comfort level of those involved. Knowing when to hold eye contact and when to break it can be a delicate but crucial aspect of effective communication. In high-stakes situations like negotiations or interviews, strategic use of eye contact can help establish authority and assertiveness without coming off as intimidating. On the contrary, in more relaxed environments, softer and more intermittent eye contact tends to create a welcoming atmosphere conducive to meaningful dialogue. Cultural factors also play a significant role in how eye contact is perceived and interpreted. In many Western cultures, direct eye contact is associated with honesty and engagement. Failing to maintain it might be seen as a sign of disinterest or evasiveness. However, in some Eastern cultures, prolonged eye contact can be viewed as disrespectful or intrusive, emphasizing the importance of understanding cultural norms to avoid miscommunication. For young professionals aiming to advance their careers, mastering the art of eye contact can prove invaluable. Effective eye contact not only helps in building rapport with colleagues and superiors, but also enhances one's presence in meetings and presentations. By signaling confidence and sincerity, professionals can foster stronger connections, thereby enhancing their career prospects. For those seeking to improve romantic and familial relationships, eye contact serves as a fundamental component of nonverbal communication. Sharing a gentle gaze can deepen emotional bonds and facilitate more heartfelt conversations. It enables individuals to convey empathy and understanding without the need for words, fostering a sense of closeness and mutual respect. Psychology enthusiasts and self-help readers will find that integrating research-based insights on eye contact into their daily interactions can transform their understanding of human behavior. By paying attention to subtle cues like blinking patterns and gaze direction, they can better interpret others' emotional states and responses, leading to more effective communication and relationship building. Cultural differences in eye contact and building rapport. Cultural backgrounds play a significant role in shaping how individuals interpret eye contact, offering unique insights into global communication styles. Understanding these variations can lead to more effective interactions and build better relationships both personally and professionally. In Western cultures, direct eye contact is often perceived as a hallmark of respect and attentiveness. Here, making steady eye contact signals that the person is engaged, confident, and trustworthy. This norm emphasizes the importance of face-to-face interaction in conveying sincerity. On the other hand, if someone avoids making eye contact during a conversation, it may be interpreted as a sign of disinterest, dishonesty, or even disrespect. Such perceptions are deeply ingrained and influence everyday social and professional exchanges. Awareness of these expectations can be particularly useful when navigating interactions in predominantly Western contexts, ensuring that one's body language aligns with cultural norms to foster understanding and respect. In contrast, many Eastern cultures view eye contact differently. In these regions, avoiding direct eye contact is often seen as a gesture of respect, especially towards elders or superiors. The indirect gaze helps preserve harmony and social equilibrium, which are highly valued in these cultures. For instance, in Japan and China, prolonged eye contact might be perceived as confrontational or overly assertive, qualities that are generally discouraged in favor of group harmony and mutual respect. Misunderstandings can easily arise when individuals from Western cultures interact with those from Eastern backgrounds, as their differing interpretations of eye contact could lead to false impressions of rudeness or unfriendliness. Understanding these norms can prevent potential misunderstandings and facilitate smoother interactions. Latin American cultures present yet another perspective on eye contact. Here, prolonged eye contact is often used to signal warmth and connection. It is a way to express interest and sincerity, creating a sense of intimacy and trust. In countries like Brazil and Argentina, strong eye contact during conversations signifies engagement and friendliness. Conversely, failing to maintain eye contact may be seen as a lack of interest or even rudeness. Recognizing these nuances can enhance rapport-building efforts in personal and professional settings, fostering a deeper and more genuine connection with individuals from these cultures. To effectively use eye contact across different cultural contexts, it is beneficial to adopt certain strategies that help build rapport and trust. Establishing initial eye contact can set a positive tone for any interaction. This simple gesture indicates openness and willingness to engage. However, it is crucial to modulate the intensity and duration of eye contact based on cultural feedback. For example, while extended eye contact might be appreciated in some Latin American contexts, it should be softened when dealing with individuals from Eastern cultures to avoid appearing aggressive or disrespectful. Maintaining engaged eye contact throughout the conversation shows continued interest and attentiveness. This involves not just looking at the other person, but also being mindful of their reactions and comfort levels. Adjusting eye contact based on the other person's cues helps create a more comfortable atmosphere, allowing for a more open and honest dialogue. In this regard, adaptive behavior becomes key. By observing and responding to the other person's body language and facial expressions, one can tailor their eye contact approach to match the cultural and situational context. Effective cross-cultural communication requires an appreciation of these diverse perspectives on eye contact. Learning about and respecting these differences enriches interpersonal interactions and builds stronger, more empathetic relationships. For young professionals aiming to advance their careers, mastering these subtleties can significantly enhance networking abilities and workplace dynamics. Improved eye contact skills can lead to better client relations, more successful negotiations, and a more harmonious team environment. Individuals seeking to improve their romantic and familial relationships will also benefit from understanding these cultural nuances. Eye contact plays a crucial role in expressing emotions and intentions, making it easier to build trust and empathy with loved ones. For example, knowing that a partner from a different cultural background may interpret eye contact differently helps avoid unnecessary conflicts and strengthens the emotional bond. Psychology enthusiasts and self-help readers will find value in these insights too. Research-based knowledge about the impact of eye contact on human behavior fosters a deeper understanding of social interactions and personal connections. Concepts such as the varying intensity of eye contact in different cultures and the implications of these behaviors offer intriguing avenues for further exploration and application in real-life scenarios. Final insights. This chapter has delved into the significant role eye contact plays in conveying emotions and intentions, providing valuable insights into effective interpersonal communication. We explored how direct eye contact can build trust and confidence, while averted gaze might indicate discomfort or shyness. Additionally, gentle gazes foster comfort and openness, and blinking patterns reveal levels of stress or engagement. By understanding these nuances, we can better gauge the emotional states of those we interact with, thus improving our ability to communicate effectively. Recognizing cultural differences enhances this understanding even further, as interpretations of eye contact vary widely. In Western cultures, steady eye contact signifies respect and attentiveness, whereas in many Eastern cultures, it is often seen as intrusive. Meanwhile, Latin American cultures view prolonged eye contact as a sign of warmth and sincerity. Adapting our eye contact based on cultural and situational contexts allows us to connect more genuinely with others, whether in professional settings, romantic relationships, or daily interactions. This mastery of nonverbal cues helps us become more empathetic and effective communicators across various facets of life. Chapter 4. Voice tone and speech patterns. Understanding tone of voice and speech patterns is essential for effective communication. Our voices carry a wealth of information beyond the literal meaning of our words, and this chapter explores the many ways in which vocal nuances convey emotions and intentions. From the warmth of a friendly tone to the tension that tightens a stressed voice, the chapter provides a detailed look at how these auditory cues can reveal much about a person's internal state. Similarly, variations in volume and pitch offer additional layers of insight, helping us gauge whether someone feels excited, angry, or contemplative. In this chapter, you will learn to identify and interpret vocal friendliness, recognizing how an inviting tone can encourage more open and productive dialogue. The discussion also covers vocal tension, keying in on signs of stress or discomfort that allow for more empathetic responses. Volume changes signal shifts in emotional intensity, while pitch variations reveal underlying feelings of happiness, sadness, or calmness. By understanding these elements, you can better navigate social interactions, enhancing both professional and personal relationships. The chapter will guide you through real-world examples and provide practical advice on applying these insights to improve your interpersonal skills. Identifying emotions through vocal cues. Understanding how to decode emotional states by observing vocal qualities is pivotal for effective communication. This section emphasizes the interplay between voice and feelings, offering insights into the nuances of vocal friendliness, tension, volume variations, and pitch. To begin with, vocal friendliness plays a significant role in social interactions. A warm, inviting tone can indicate openness and approachability. When someone speaks with a friendly tone, it often suggests they are receptive to conversation and eager to connect. Recognizing a friendly tone can help you assess whether someone is open to engaging in dialogue, leading to more meaningful and productive conversations. For instance, in professional settings, a manager who maintains a friendly tone during meetings can foster a more inclusive and collaborative environment, encouraging team members to share their ideas freely. Next, vocal tension often correlates with stress or anxiety. When someone's voice sounds tight or strained, it usually signifies discomfort or unease. Identifying vocal tension allows for more supportive interactions, as it enables you to offer help or reassurance when needed. For example, in personal relationships, noticing tension in a loved one's voice can prompt you to inquire about their well-being and provide support, thereby strengthening the emotional bond. Understanding this vocal quality is essential, not only for identifying stress, but also for responding empathetically and appropriately. Volume variations in speech are also key indicators of emotional intensity. Changes in volume can signal shifts in a person's emotional state, helping listeners tailor their responses accordingly. For instance, an increase in volume may indicate anger, enthusiasm, or excitement, while a decrease in volume might suggest fear, shyness, or sadness. By paying attention to these cues, you can create a more engaging dialogue that resonates emotionally with the speaker. In a workplace scenario, recognizing a colleague's increased volume during a discussion could prompt you to either match their enthusiasm or address their concerns, thus facilitating effective communication. Pitch and emotional nuance add another layer to understanding vocal qualities. Higher pitches often convey excitement, surprise, or happiness, whereas lower pitches can signify seriousness, calmness, or sadness. By interpreting these variations, you enrich your comprehension of a person's emotional landscape. For example, during a job interview, a candidate's higher pitch when discussing their achievements could indicate genuine excitement and passion for the role, while a lower pitch when speaking about challenges might reflect a thoughtful and serious approach to problem solving. This understanding not only aids in gauging emotional states, but also enhances the ability to respond in a manner that aligns with the speaker's feelings. Combining these vocal qualities provides a comprehensive outlook on decoding emotions through speech. For instance, recognizing a friendly tone intertwined with slight vocal tension might indicate that although someone is generally approachable, they are currently experiencing some stress. Similarly, observing both volume variations and pitch changes within the same conversation can help pinpoint the exact emotional shift taking place, allowing for more precise and thoughtful engagement. By mastering the ability to interpret these subtle cues, individuals can vastly improve their interpersonal skills, whether in professional environments, personal relationships, or casual interactions. In practice, these skills can be particularly beneficial. Imagine being in a professional setting where a colleague's pitch rises significantly while discussing an upcoming project. This change might signal their excitement and eagerness to contribute, providing you with an opportunity to engage positively by acknowledging their enthusiasm and possibly assigning them more responsibilities in alignment with their interests. On the other hand, if a friend's voice displays vocal tension and lower volume during a conversation about their day, you might pick up on their underlying anxiety or sadness, prompting you to offer a listening ear or comforting words. The importance of these capabilities extends beyond individual benefits. In broader societal contexts, understanding vocal qualities can enhance community cohesion and reduce misunderstandings. For example, leaders who adeptly utilize friendly tones and acknowledge vocal tensions can foster environments where people feel valued and understood, ultimately leading to stronger, more resilient communities. These leaders set a positive example, demonstrating how attentive and empathetic listening can drive collective progress and harmony. Developing the skill to decode emotional states through vocal qualities can also serve as a powerful tool in conflict resolution. In disagreements, being able to detect and respond to underlying emotions expressed through voice can de-escalate tensions and pave the way for constructive dialogue. For instance, a mediator who notices heightened volume and strained pitch from conflicting parties can address these emotional triggers directly, facilitating a resolution that acknowledges each party's feelings and promotes mutual understanding. In conclusion, mastering the art of interpreting vocal qualities such as friendliness, tension, volume variations, and pitch is invaluable for decoding emotional states. This nuanced understanding of vocal attributes enables more empathetic, supportive, and effective communication across various aspects of life. By honing these skills, individuals can navigate personal and professional interactions with greater emotional intelligence, fostering deeper connections and more meaningful engagements. Speech rate, pitch, and volume dynamics. Variations in speech rate, pitch, and volume are key indicators of a person's emotional state and communication style. Understanding these elements can greatly enhance your ability to interpret and respond effectively in various social situations. Understanding speech rate. The speed at which someone speaks can reveal a lot about their current emotional state. For instance, a faster speech rate often indicates nervousness, excitement, or urgency. When someone is speaking quickly, it might be because they are anxious or eager to convey information rapidly. Conversely, a slower speech rate can imply thoughtfulness, sadness, or relaxation. Being aware of these nuances allows you to adjust your own communication style to better align with the other person. For example, if someone is nervously speaking quickly during a job interview, responding slowly and calmly can help put them at ease, promoting a more productive conversation. Variation in pitch. Pitch, or the highness and lowness of the voice, plays a crucial role in conveying emotions. Sudden changes in pitch can reflect shifts in emotional states. A higher pitch can indicate excitement, happiness, or even anxiety, while a lower pitch often suggests seriousness, calmness, or sadness. For example, when someone's pitch rises suddenly during a story, it can signal enthusiasm or an important point, helping the listener gauge the speaker's engagement level. On the flip side, a drop in pitch might suggest that the speaker is becoming more subdued or reflective. By paying attention to these changes, you can better understand the feelings behind the words and respond more appropriately. Impact of volume changes. Volume also provides significant clues to a person's emotions. An increase in volume may indicate anger, enthusiasm, or a strong desire to be heard. For instance, during a heated discussion, someone who raises their voice could be feeling frustrated or passionate about the topic. In contrast, a decreased volume might suggest fear, shyness, or uncertainty. A soft-spoken response in a meeting could indicate that the person is unsure or hesitant. Recognizing these cues helps guide your responses, whether it means acknowledging someone's enthusiasm or addressing their concerns gently to encourage more open dialogue. Interpreting all three elements together. The combination of speech rate, pitch, and volume offers a comprehensive picture of a speaker's emotional state. Consider a scenario where someone is speaking quickly, with frequent pitch variations and occasional volume increases. This combination might indicate a heightened emotional state, such as excitement or anxiety. On the other hand, a slow speech rate combined with a low pitch and soft volume might suggest sadness or contemplation. Understanding this interplay allows you to read social situations more accurately and adapt your communication strategies accordingly. For example, if you notice that a colleague is speaking slowly and softly with a lowered pitch during a project discussion, it may be beneficial to ask open-ended questions to better understand their concerns and provide support. Research supports these observations significantly. According to Guyer et al., 2021, vocal expressions yield information that people perceive as a valid basis upon which to make judgments about genuine intentions and truthful inner emotional states. This implies that by observing vocal properties, one can gain insights into not only the emotional states, but also the sincerity of the speaker. Similarly, Rodero, 2011, emphasizes that pitch level and contour type are valid prosodic elements, significant in defining emotions like joy, anxiety, sadness, and calmness. These findings underscore the importance of considering multiple vocal elements together to draw accurate conclusions about a speaker's emotional state. In practice, these insights can be applied in various contexts. For young professionals, understanding these vocal cues can enhance interpersonal skills and improve workplace dynamics. For instance, during networking events, being able to read the emotional undertone of conversations can help build rapport and foster better relationships. In romantic and familial contexts, recognizing and responding to subtle changes in voice tone can build trust and empathy, leading to deeper emotional connections. Let's consider an example to illustrate these concepts further. Imagine attending a team meeting where a colleague is presenting a new project plan. As they speak, you notice their speech rate varies significantly. They start off slow but gradually speed up as they get to the core ideas. Their pitch also fluctuates, especially when highlighting key points, and their volume increases when expressing particular excitement about certain aspects. Interpreting these elements together, it's evident that your colleague feels passionate and confident about the project. Addressing them with positive reinforcement would likely enhance their enthusiasm. "I can see you're really excited about this idea. It sounds promising." Conversely, suppose another scenario where a family member discusses a sensitive topic. They speak slowly, with minimal pitch variation, and a noticeably softer volume. This combination might suggest feelings of sadness or uncertainty. Responding with patience and attentiveness is crucial here. "I hear what you're saying, and I want to understand more about what you're feeling." Final insights. Understanding vocal qualities such as tone, pitch, volume, and speech rate allows for a richer interpretation of emotions and intentions. Recognizing these elements can enhance interactions across various settings, from professional meetings to personal relationships. Whether it's identifying a friendly tone that invites open conversation or noting changes in volume and pitch that reveal underlying feelings, these cues provide valuable insights. By paying attention to how people speak, individuals can respond more empathetically, fostering stronger connections and more effective communication. Applying these skills can have a profound impact on everyday interactions. In the workplace, being attuned to vocal cues can lead to better teamwork and collaboration. For example, acknowledging a colleague's excitement through their increased speech rate and higher pitch can encourage a positive and proactive environment. Similarly, in personal relationships, noticing stress or sadness in a loved one's voice enables timely support and reassurance. Overall, mastering the art of interpreting vocal cues promotes understanding and empathy, leading to more meaningful and constructive engagements in both professional and personal realms. Chapter 5. Detecting Deception. Detecting deception is a skill that can significantly enhance personal and professional interactions. Accurately identifying deceit allows for more transparent communication, improving trust and understanding in various relationships. Learning to detect lies involves observing subtle cues and behavioral patterns that may indicate dishonesty. This chapter provides practical insights and techniques to help readers identify such signs, empowering them to navigate social dynamics more effectively. Readers will explore several key indicators of deceit, including inconsistencies in body language and speech, changes in vocal patterns, and variations in eye contact. Detailed explanations of these signs will enable readers to recognize when someone might not be telling the truth. Additionally, this chapter delves into the nuances of facial expressions, highlighting how micro-expressions can betray hidden emotions. By mastering these techniques, readers will be better equipped to assess honesty in conversations and foster more authentic connections in both professional and personal settings. Common signs of deception in body language and speech. Understanding how to detect deception is a valuable skill for young professionals, individuals seeking to improve personal relationships, and psychology enthusiasts alike. This subpoint provides readers with the ability to identify physical manifestations and verbal signs of deceit, enhancing their overall skills in assessing honesty. A common indicator of deceit is inconsistent gestures. When someone's body language contradicts their spoken words, it can suggest dishonesty. For example, if a person says they are confident but displays closed-off body language, such as crossed arms or turned-away feet, these gestures do not align with their verbal claim of confidence. Observing these mismatches helps in questioning the integrity of the information shared. Consistency between what people say and how they act is often found in truthful individuals, whereas deceptive individuals may struggle to synchronize their verbal and nonverbal cues. Changes in vocal patterns, known as vocal anomalies, are also significant indicators of possible deceit. Stress or anxiety can cause noticeable shifts in a person's speech. A higher pitch, for instance, might indicate nervousness, suggesting the speaker is not entirely truthful. Similarly, an uneven pace, excessive pausing, or stammering are red flags. These anomalies occur because fabricating a story requires more cognitive effort than telling the truth, leading to detectable stress in the voice. Listeners can train themselves to recognize these vocal changes, thereby enhancing their lie-detecting skills. Avoidance of eye contact is another key sign of lying, although it must be interpreted carefully. Many believe that liars avoid eye contact to hide their deceit. Avoiding eye contact suggests discomfort and can indicate dishonesty. Conversely, some deceivers overcompensate by making sustained eye contact, which can also signal an attempt to appear sincere. Therefore, it's essential to consider both too little and too much eye contact in context. Being aware of the normal eye contact patterns of individuals provides a baseline for identifying abnormal behavior during critical conversations. Facial expressions play a crucial role in detecting deceit as well. Even brief, involuntary expressions, known as microexpressions, can leak true emotions despite a person's efforts to hide them. For instance, someone might attempt to mask anger or sadness with a smile, but fleeting signals of their genuine emotion may flash across their face. Learning to spot these subtle facial cues can offer significant insights into emotional honesty. By focusing on all aspects of a person's expressions, such as eye movements, mouth shapes, and brow positions, one can better understand their true feelings. In summary, recognizing deception involves a keen awareness of inconsistencies between words and gestures, noticing vocal anomalies, carefully interpreting eye contact, and detecting fleeting facial expressions. As readers become adept at identifying these signs, they enhance their ability to assess honesty in various interactions, whether professional, personal, or casual. When considering inconsistent gestures, one must look beyond obvious contradictions. Subtler signs, such as a delay between spoken words and corresponding hand gestures, can also indicate deceit. For example, when recounting a supposedly spontaneous event, a person might first talk about it and then gesture afterward, as if their body is catching up with their fabricated story. These delays can serve as valuable cues in discerning truthfulness. Vocal anomalies require careful listening skills. One effective technique is to note any departure from a person's usual speech pattern. While some individuals naturally speak quickly or slowly, changes in their typical rhythm, such as unusually fast talking or prolonged pauses, can signify lying. Training oneself to pick up these deviations requires practice, but becomes invaluable in high-stakes situations where trust is paramount. Eye contact, while variable among different cultures and individuals, generally provides useful clues. Context is king. Knowing a person's usual amount of eye contact can help gauge deviations. For instance, a typically forthright person who suddenly avoids eye contact might be hiding something. Equally, a usually reserved individual maintaining intense eye contact could be trying to manipulate perceptions. Understanding these nuances aids in forming a holistic view of honesty during interactions. Facial expressions, though fleeting, are potent indicators of true feelings. Extensive research supports the idea that microexpressions reveal hidden emotions. These involuntary movements are typically brief, lasting only a fraction of a second, but mastering the ability to detect them can transform one's ability to read others. Such skills are particularly beneficial in building deeper connections, fostering empathy, and navigating complex social landscapes. By integrating these techniques, readers will find themselves better equipped to navigate various social situations. In professional settings, the ability to detect deceit can prevent misunderstandings and ensure more transparent communication. Similarly, in personal relationships, these skills foster trust and authenticity, providing a foundation for stronger bonds. In real-life applications, consistent practice and mindful observation become the pillars of successful deception detection. Reviewing recorded conversations or reflecting on past interactions allows for self-improvement and enhances one's ability to spot deceit. Engaging in regular exercises to notice subtle nonverbal cues, vocal changes, and authentic versus contrived facial expressions sharpens these essential skills. Strategies to confirm or dispel suspicions of deceit. To effectively detect deception, it's essential to be equipped with practical strategies that help verify suspicions and approach potential deceit with a discerning mindset. Implementing these strategies can enhance one's ability to identify dishonesty in various social interactions, whether in professional settings, personal relationships, or casual encounters. One of the most effective strategies to uncover deceit is by asking probing questions. This technique involves encouraging detailed responses from the person you suspect may be lying. By requiring specific answers, you create opportunities for inconsistencies to emerge. For instance, if someone is fabricating a story, the pressure to maintain a consistent narrative under detailed questioning often leads to stumbling or becoming evasive. This behavior can provide critical insight into their truthfulness. Probing questions force the individual to elaborate on certain points, increasing the likelihood that they will reveal contradictions or gaps in their story. For example, rather than accepting a vague answer like, "I went out," you could ask, "Where exactly did you go? Who were you with? What did you do there?" The need for specificity may cause discomfort in liars as they struggle to keep their story straight. Observing baseline behavior is another vital strategy in detecting deceit. Establishing a baseline means understanding how an individual typically behaves in a relaxed and truthful state. This serves as a reference point against which any deviations can be measured during suspected dishonesty. Regularly observing a person's normal behavior helps you recognize when something feels off. For example, if someone's usual manner includes frequent eye contact and expressive gestures, a sudden change to avoiding eye contact and rigid body movements during a conversation may signal deceit. These changes indicate stress or unease associated with lying. Cultivating this sensitivity requires patience and attention to detail, but it significantly enhances your ability to spot subtle indicators of dishonesty. Cross-checking information is another powerful tool in verifying suspicions. Fact-checking statements made in conversations can reveal discrepancies and clarify the truth. By focusing on verifiable facts, you minimize subjective biases that could cloud your judgment. For instance, if a colleague claims to have completed a task by a specific deadline, checking relevant records or corroborating with other team members can confirm or disprove their statement. This practice not only uncovers lies, but also reinforces the importance of accuracy and accountability in communication. It's critical to approach this with an objective mindset, seeking evidence rather than relying solely on intuition. Creating an atmosphere of trust plays a crucial role in detecting deception. When you present yourself as trustworthy, you inspire honesty in others, making genuine communication more likely. Building rapport helps develop stronger relationships and enriches the clarity of future interactions. For example, in a professional setting, demonstrating reliability and openness encourages colleagues to communicate honestly with you. Similarly, in personal relationships, creating a safe and supportive environment makes loved ones more comfortable sharing the truth. Trust fosters mutual respect and understanding, which are fundamental to effective communication. While suspicion and distrust can sometimes aid in detecting deceit, excessive skepticism may backfire. Research suggests that too much distrust can impair one's ability to accurately assess truthfulness. Therefore, balancing skepticism with open-mindedness is key. Intuitive information processing often facilitates better truth detection compared to overly analytical approaches. This balance ensures that you remain vigilant without becoming paranoid or closed off, maintaining a healthy perspective in your interactions. In addition to these strategies, leveraging technology can further support deception detection. Advanced techniques such as machine learning, ML, and deep learning, DL, have been developed to analyze facial expressions and other nonverbal cues for signs of deceit. These systems offer non-intrusive, cost-effective methods to identify deceptive behavior, providing valuable insights that complement traditional strategies. However, it is essential to remember that technology should enhance, not replace, human judgment. Combining technological tools with personal observation creates a robust framework for detecting deceit. Applying these strategies consistently in everyday interactions can significantly improve your ability to recognize dishonesty. They are not foolproof, but they provide a structured approach to dealing with potential deceit. By honing these skills, you become more adept at navigating complex social dynamics, fostering more honest and transparent relationships in both professional and personal spheres. Developing a keen sense of observation, practicing active listening, and maintaining an open yet discerning attitude are cornerstones of effective deception detection. Remember that the goal is not to catch every lie, but to cultivate a heightened awareness that helps you make informed judgments about the integrity of the information presented to you. This balanced approach allows you to build more authentic connections and avoid the pitfalls of misunderstanding and mistrust. Final thoughts. In this chapter, the focus has been on equipping readers with techniques to identify lies and deceit in conversations. By learning to recognize inconsistent gestures, vocal anomalies, and changes in eye contact, as well as detecting subtle facial expressions, readers can enhance their ability to discern honesty from dishonesty. These skills are valuable for young professionals aiming to navigate workplace dynamics more effectively, individuals seeking to deepen personal relationships, and psychology enthusiasts interested in human behavior. As readers integrate these techniques into their daily interactions, they become better prepared to handle various social situations with heightened awareness. Practicing these methods consistently not only improves one's lie-detecting abilities, but also fosters clearer, more honest communication in both professional and personal settings. This chapter serves as a practical guide, offering actionable insights that empower readers to assess integrity and build trust, ultimately leading to stronger connections and more authentic relationships. Chapter 6. Reading People's Emotions Accurately. Reading people's emotions accurately is a skill that can greatly enhance both personal and professional interactions. Understanding the emotional states of those around us helps in creating stronger bonds, promoting effective communication, and building trust. By honing this ability, individuals can navigate social situations with greater ease, manage conflicts proactively, and foster positive relationships. Emotional intelligence not only improves one's capacity to connect with others, but also enriches one's own emotional well-being, enabling a more balanced and fulfilling life. This chapter delves into the various aspects of enhancing emotional intelligence to accurately read and respond to others' feelings. Readers will explore techniques like daily check-ins and journaling to build self-awareness and attention to detail. Role-playing exercises will provide practical scenarios for practicing the recognition and interpretation of emotional cues. Mindful listening practices are discussed to improve empathetic communication. Additionally, techniques for emotional regulation will be outlined to help manage personal emotional triggers effectively. By introducing these actionable exercises, the chapter aims to equip readers with a comprehensive toolkit for understanding and interpreting emotional cues, leading to more meaningful and effective interactions in all areas of life. The concept of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, EI, plays a crucial role in effective communication and building robust relationships. It is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions, while also being able to recognize and influence the emotions of others. This foundation is pivotal for anyone looking to advance their personal and professional life. At its core, emotional intelligence is essential for several reasons. Firstly, it fosters better communication. When we understand our own emotions and those of others, we can navigate conversations with greater empathy and understanding. In professional settings, this leads to more effective teamwork and collaboration. Moreover, it allows for better conflict resolution, as individuals with high EI can address issues calmly and constructively. There are several key components that make up emotional intelligence. The first is self-awareness, which refers to the ability to recognize and understand one's own emotions. For example, an individual who realizes they are feeling anxious before a big presentation can take steps to calm themselves and perform better. Self-regulation follows, where one manages their emotions in healthy ways. For instance, instead of reacting angrily to criticism, a person with good self-regulation might take a moment to breathe and respond thoughtfully. Motivation is another vital aspect. It involves using one's emotions to stay driven toward goals, despite setbacks. An employee motivated by a challenging project will persist and find solutions rather than giving up when faced with obstacles. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, allows for deeper connections. A manager who shows empathy towards their team's struggles can foster a supportive work environment. Lastly, social skills are crucial for managing relationships effectively. These include clear communication, conflict management, and inspiring and influencing others. The benefits of high emotional intelligence are manifold. Individuals with high EI tend to build stronger, more meaningful relationships because they can communicate more effectively and show genuine empathy. This is particularly important in romantic and familial relationships, where trust and understanding are paramount. High EI also contributes to better decision-making. By understanding the emotional impacts of different choices, individuals can make more informed and balanced decisions. Furthermore, career success is closely linked to emotional intelligence. Employers value employees who can manage their emotions, navigate social complexities, and lead and motivate others. In fact, many studies suggest that emotional intelligence may be more predictive of job performance than traditional IQ. Improving emotional intelligence is a continuous journey that requires deliberate practice and mindfulness. One effective strategy is mindfulness meditation, which helps individuals become more aware of their emotions and thoughts without judgment. Regularly practicing mindfulness can improve emotional regulation and reduce stress. Another valuable approach is seeking feedback from others. Understanding how your actions and emotions are perceived can provide insights into areas for improvement. Continuous learning is also essential. Engaging in workshops or reading materials focused on emotional intelligence can provide new tools and perspectives. To start improving emotional intelligence, consider incorporating mindfulness techniques into your daily routine. Simple practices like deep breathing or a short meditation session can significantly impact how you handle stress and emotions. Additionally, actively seek feedback from peers and mentors. Constructive feedback is invaluable for personal growth and enhancing one's understanding of how emotions influence behavior and interactions. Practical exercises for improving emotional recognition. Enhancing one's ability to accurately recognize others' emotions is a vital skill that can significantly improve personal and professional interactions. This subpoint offers actionable exercises tailored to help readers practice and enhance their emotional intelligence, providing a concrete framework for understanding and responding to others' feelings effectively. Daily check-ins and journaling. To build self-awareness and attention to detail, daily check-ins and journaling are essential practices. Start each day with a personal emotional check-in. Ask yourself questions like, how am I feeling today? And what might be causing these feelings? Documenting this in a journal not only helps you track your own emotional patterns, but also makes it easier to observe and understand the emotions of those around you. Engage in observational journaling by noting the emotional expressions of people you interact with throughout the day. Pay attention to facial expressions, body language, and vocal tones. By documenting these observations, you enhance your capacity to recognize subtle emotional cues, leading to better interpersonal connections. Role-playing exercises. Role-playing is an effective exercise for practicing the recognition and interpretation of emotional cues. Engage in scenarios where you and a partner take turns playing different roles. For instance, one person might play the role of a colleague expressing frustration over a missed deadline, while the other person practices identifying and interpreting the emotional signals being conveyed. Through these scenarios, you can experiment with different responses and perspectives, fostering empathy and a deeper understanding of how various emotions manifest. This method encourages you to step into someone else's shoes, which is crucial for developing emotional intelligence. Mindful listening practices. Mindful listening is another powerful technique to enhance emotional intelligence. Active, empathetic listening involves fully concentrating on what the other person is saying without immediately preparing a response. Focus on their words, vocal tones, and body language. During conversations, practice patience and avoid interrupting. Reflect back what you've heard to ensure mutual understanding, using phrases like, "It sounds like you're feeling." This approach not only validates the other person's emotions, but also sharpens your ability to discern emotional subtleties, making you a more attentive and empathetic communicator. Techniques for emotional regulation. Effective emotional management starts with the identification of personal triggers, specific situations or behaviors that elicit strong emotional reactions. Awareness of these triggers allows for proactive strategies to manage responses. Employ techniques such as deep breathing exercises to calm immediate emotional reactions, or practice reframing thoughts to view challenging situations from a more balanced perspective. Practicing self-empathy is equally important. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a friend. This compassionate approach reduces stress and increases emotional resilience. Moreover, building a supportive network of friends, family, or colleagues provides a reliable source of emotional support and feedback. Regularly incorporating these exercises into your routine will significantly enhance your ability to read and respond to emotional cues accurately. The goal is to develop a sophisticated understanding of emotions, enabling more meaningful and effective interactions in all areas of life. Putting it all together. Implementing these exercises requires consistency and dedication. Begin with small steps, gradually integrating each practice into your daily routine. For example, start with daily emotional check-ins and journaling to establish a foundation of self-awareness. Once comfortable, introduce role-playing exercises and mindful listening practices to deepen your understanding of others' emotional landscapes. By combining these actionable exercises, you create a comprehensive toolkit for enhancing your emotional intelligence. This holistic approach ensures that you don't just recognize emotions in isolation, but understand them in context, allowing for more nuanced and empathetic interactions. Summary and reflections. Throughout this chapter, we have delved into the importance of emotional intelligence and its key components. Understanding and managing our own emotions, as well as recognizing and influencing the emotions of others, are essential skills for building stronger relationships, both personally and professionally. By fostering self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills, individuals can navigate various interactions with greater ease and effectiveness. This not only leads to better communication and conflict resolution, but also enhances decision-making and career success. As you implement the practical exercises discussed in this chapter, such as daily check-ins, journaling, role-playing, and mindful listening, you will gradually improve your ability to read and respond to emotional cues accurately. Consistent practice of these techniques allows for deeper connections and more meaningful interactions across all areas of life. Embrace this journey of enhancing emotional intelligence, knowing that each small step brings you closer to becoming a more empathetic and emotionally aware individual. Chapter 7. Building Rapport and Trust. Building rapport and trust is essential in forming meaningful relationships, whether they are personal or professional. Understanding the key techniques for establishing these connections can significantly enhance our ability to interact effectively with others. This chapter delves into methods such as empathy, mirroring, and effective listening, which are instrumental in creating strong bonds based on mutual respect and understanding. Throughout this chapter, we will explore how empathy serves as a foundation for building genuine connections, by recognizing and valuing others' emotions. We will look into specific strategies for empathetic listening that can transform our communication skills. Furthermore, the chapter will cover the intricacies of mirroring behaviors and speech patterns to foster a sense of familiarity and comfort. By applying these techniques, readers will learn how to establish trust and rapport, ultimately improving their interpersonal interactions across various spheres of life. The role of empathy in building rapport. Empathy serves as a powerful tool for building genuine connections, whether in personal or professional settings. By cultivating empathy, we lay the foundation for rapport, allowing individuals to connect authentically with others. This subpoint will delve into various aspects of empathy and how it can be effectively applied to establish strong, trust-based relationships. Understanding others' emotions. Empathy begins with the ability to understand and recognize others' emotions. This involves observing and interpreting both verbal and nonverbal cues. For example, noticing a colleague's body language or tone of voice can provide insights into their emotional state. When someone shares their feelings, acknowledging them by saying, "I can see that this situation is really stressful for you," validates their emotions and shows that you are genuinely attuned to their experience. Empathetic listening techniques. One of the most effective ways to demonstrate empathy is through attentive listening. Empathetic listening techniques involve giving your full attention to the speaker, avoiding interruptions, and providing thoughtful feedback. This can be practiced by maintaining eye contact, nodding to show understanding, and summarizing what the other person has said. Reflective responses such as, "It sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed by your project deadlines," help convey that you are truly listening and comprehending their concerns. Guideline: practice active listening by minimizing distractions, making steady eye contact, and using verbal affirmations to show that you are engaged. Developing emotional intelligence. Building emotional intelligence, EI, enhances our ability to empathize by improving our understanding of both our own emotions and those of others. Developing EI involves activities such as self-assessment, where one reflects on their emotional responses in different situations. For instance, maintaining a journal to track emotional triggers and reactions can offer valuable insights into personal emotional patterns. Guideline: start an emotional journal to analyze your feelings and reactions. This practice can improve self-awareness and enhance empathetic interactions. Cultivating a rich emotional vocabulary is also crucial. Instead of vague descriptions like "I'm upset," using more specific terms such as "I'm frustrated" or "I'm disappointed" can lead to a clearer understanding of emotions. This specificity helps in communicating feelings more precisely and facilitates better emotional exchanges. Participating in empathy training programs can further develop one's emotional intelligence. These programs often include exercises that put participants in hypothetical scenarios, requiring them to consider different perspectives and respond empathetically. Activities like role-playing can be particularly effective in fostering a deeper understanding of varying emotional experiences. Empathy in professional settings. In professional environments, empathy significantly contributes to team dynamics and leadership effectiveness. An empathetic leader who understands and acknowledges the emotions of team members creates a supportive workplace culture. For example, when an employee struggles with balancing work and personal life, a leader who offers flexible solutions demonstrates empathy and fosters loyalty. Empathy also plays a critical role in conflict resolution within teams. Leaders who empathize with all parties involved in a disagreement can mediate more effectively. By showing understanding and addressing the underlying emotional issues, they can help find common ground and resolve conflicts in a constructive manner. Additionally, empathy enhances collaboration and innovation. When team members feel understood and valued, they are more likely to share ideas and take creative risks. This open communication leads to a more dynamic and productive team environment. A case in point is Google's Project Aristotle, which found that psychological safety, fostered by empathetic interactions, was a key factor in high-performing teams. Empathetic listening techniques. Continuing with empathetic listening, it's essential to remember that feedback should be constructive and supportive. Providing feedback that is considerate and aimed at improvement, rather than criticism, strengthens relationships. Phrases such as, "I understand why you might feel this way. Let's explore some solutions together," facilitate a positive dialogue and encourage mutual respect. Guideline. When giving feedback, focus on being supportive and solution-oriented. Avoid negative criticism and aim to build a collaborative discussion. Developing emotional intelligence. Another aspect of developing emotional intelligence is learning to regulate one's emotions. Emotional regulation involves strategies to manage intense feelings effectively. Techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness, and taking brief breaks during stressful moments can help maintain composure and clarity. Leaders who exhibit emotional regulation serve as role models, promoting a calm and rational atmosphere even under pressure. Seeking feedback from peers and mentors about one's emotional interactions is also beneficial. Constructive feedback can highlight areas for improvement and reinforce strengths. Engaging in regular self-assessment and seeking external input ensures continuous growth in emotional intelligence. Empathy in professional settings. Exploring empathy in professional settings further, it's important to note that empathy extends beyond immediate colleagues to clients and customers. Businesses that prioritize empathy and customer service create loyal customer bases. By actively listening to customer concerns and responding with genuine understanding, companies can build lasting relationships and improve overall customer satisfaction. Empathy also enhances diversity and inclusion initiatives within organizations. Understanding diverse perspectives and experiences promotes a more inclusive workplace culture. Empathetic leaders who advocate for diversity create environments where all employees feel valued and included, fostering greater innovation and productivity. Conclusion. Mirroring and effective listening skills. Understanding and implementing mirroring and matching techniques, along with active listening, can profoundly impact our ability to create connections and comfort in interpersonal interactions. By subtly reflecting the behaviors, speech patterns, and emotions of others, we build rapport and establish a sense of trust and familiarity. This section explores how to employ these methods effectively. Understanding mirroring. Mirroring involves closely observing and subtly imitating another person's body language, gestures, tone, and speech patterns. This technique serves as a nonverbal way of communicating empathy and understanding. When someone sees parts of themselves reflected in you, it creates a subconscious bond and fosters a sense of comfort and connection. Mirroring isn't about mimicry, but rather about creating a shared experience that can make interactions smoother and more meaningful. Techniques for effective mirroring. Effectively mirroring someone requires subtlety and an understanding of timing. Too much emphasis or exaggeration can result in appearing disingenuous or even mockingly. To mirror successfully, consider the following strategies. Observe before acting. Spend the first few moments silently observing your client's body posture, gestures, and facial expressions. Note their seated position, hand movements, and overall demeanor. For example, if your client crosses their legs or places their hands on a table, wait for 5 seconds before subtly doing the same. Ensure that your movements are natural and not forced. Synchronize gestures. People often use gestures to express their feelings and thoughts. Match gestures discreetly by taking cues from how your client uses their hands, nods their head, or tilts their body. If they lean to one side or use expansive hand movements, mirror these actions subtly to show that you are tuned into their communication style. Adjust facial expressions. Facial expressions convey a wealth of information. Pay attention to whether your client's brow is furrowed, if their jaw is tense, or what their blink rate might be. If they smile, try to match their expression after a brief pause. Synchronizing facial expressions, such as smiles or frowns, can help bridge emotional gaps and foster a deeper connection. Match breathing and energy levels. Matching your client's breathing rate can be a powerful yet challenging technique. Observe the rise and fall of their chest and shoulders, while maintaining natural eye contact and engaging in deep listening. Aligning your energy level with theirs will help create a harmonious interaction, making both parties feel at ease. Remember, successful mirroring involves small, almost imperceptible adjustments rather than blatant imitation. The goal is to create a mutual atmosphere of comfort and understanding without drawing attention to the fact that you are mirroring. Matching tone and speech patterns. In addition to nonverbal cues, aligning your verbal communication with your client is essential. Matching tone, pace, and speech patterns demonstrates that you are listening actively and value their input. Here are some key points to consider. Tone and inflection. People respond positively when they perceive that their communication style is being acknowledged. Matching your client's tone and inflection, whether serious, upbeat, or relaxed, can help create a sense of empathy and understanding. Subtle changes in your vocal pitch, volume, and rate of speech can convey that you are on the same wavelength. Speech pace. Listening to the speed at which your client speaks and adjusting your own speech pace accordingly is vital. Speaking too quickly or too slowly compared to your client can create a disconnect. Aim to find a middle ground that matches their conversational rhythm. Using similar words and phrases. Mirroring language patterns involves picking up on specific words or phrases your client uses frequently and incorporating them into your conversation. For instance, if a client frequently says, "I see what you mean," you might reply with, "Yes, I see where you're coming from." This method reinforces the idea that you understand and relate to their perspective. Avoid overuse of jargon. While industry-specific terms can demonstrate expertise, overusing jargon may alienate your client. Strive for a balanced approach by integrating common language that feels accessible while still conveying your professional knowledge. Active listening techniques. Active listening goes beyond merely hearing words. It involves fully engaging with the speaker, showing genuine interest, and providing thoughtful responses. Here are some techniques for improving your active listening skills. Maintain eye contact. Consistent eye contact signals that you are focused and invested in what the other person is saying. It helps build trust and conveys respect. Be mindful not to stare, but to maintain a comfortable level of eye contact throughout the conversation. Provide verbal acknowledgement. Use short interjections like, "I see," "uh-huh," or "that makes sense," to show that you are following the conversation. These verbal cues indicate that you are processing the information and valuing the speaker's contributions. Reflect and paraphrase. Reflecting back what the speaker has said in your own words shows that you have understood their message. For example, if a client explains a challenge they are facing, you might say, "So what you're telling me is that you're looking for a more streamlined process." This technique not only validates their experiences, but also provides clarity. Ask open-ended questions. Encourage further elaboration by asking open-ended questions. Instead of questions that elicit a simple yes or no response, frame your inquiries to invite more detailed answers. For example, "Can you tell me more about your experience with this issue?" Fosters a deeper dialogue. Pay attention to nonverbal signals. Body language often reveals underlying emotions that words may not express. Notice shifts in posture, facial expressions, and any signs of discomfort. Respond to these signals with empathy and address any concerns that may arise. Summarize and clarify. Periodically summarizing the main points of the discussion ensures that you and your client are on the same page. It also provides an opportunity to clear up any misunderstandings and reinforce important points. Final thoughts. In this chapter, we explored various strategies to establish strong connections in both personal and professional relationships. By emphasizing the importance of empathy, mirroring, and effective listening, we can create meaningful interactions that foster trust and understanding. Empathy allows us to connect authentically with others by recognizing their emotions and responding thoughtfully. Mirroring and matching techniques help build rapport through subtle nonverbal cues, while active listening ensures that we are fully engaged and present in our conversations. These methods not only enhance our relationships, but also contribute to a supportive and collaborative environment. Understanding and applying these techniques can significantly improve our interpersonal skills and overall communication. By practicing empathetic listening and refining our emotional intelligence, we become more attuned to the needs and feelings of others, leading to deeper and more fulfilling connections. Whether in the workplace or in personal settings, these skills are invaluable for building lasting relationships based on mutual respect and empathy. As we continue to develop and apply these principles, we pave the way for stronger, more resilient connections that enrich our lives and the lives of those around us. Chapter 8. Advanced Observation Techniques. Developing the ability to observe social interactions in real time can significantly enhance your understanding of unspoken emotions and intentions. This chapter explores advanced observation techniques, focusing on nonverbal cues and contextual behavior that reveal much about what people are feeling and thinking beyond their words. By honing these skills, you can respond more effectively in various settings, whether professional, social, or personal. Throughout this chapter, you'll delve into the subtle art of posture analysis, discovering how different body positions can indicate various mental and emotional states. You'll learn to interpret gestures, which often convey more than spoken language, and to read facial expressions, including fleeting microexpressions that reveal hidden emotions. Additionally, the concept of physical distance will be examined to understand its impact on relational dynamics. Practical guidelines and exercises will be provided to help you integrate these observational techniques into your daily life, enhancing your ability to connect with others on a deeper level. Noticing subtle nonverbal cues. In the realm of advanced observation techniques, sharpened skills in detecting subtle nonverbal signals profoundly enhance understanding of unspoken emotions and intentions. This section will delve into posture analysis, gesture interpretation, facial expressions, and physical distance, providing an insightful narrative on how these elements contribute to recognizing underlying emotional states. Posture analysis. Different postures can be revelatory in discerning an individual's mental and emotional state. For instance, an upright, open posture often signifies confidence and comfort. When someone stands tall with their shoulders back and head held high, they project readiness to engage and a sense of self-assuredness. Conversely, a slouched posture may indicate discomfort or lack of confidence, suggesting that the individual is not fully invested in the interaction or might feel intimidated. In social settings, observing whether someone leans in during a conversation or pulls away can provide essential clues. Leaning in typically signifies interest and engagement, while leaning away might indicate a desire to retreat from the conversation. Notably, crossing arms often translates to defensiveness or self-protection. Understanding these subtle cues enables one to adjust their approach, fostering more effective communication by responding appropriately to the other person's emotional state. Gesture interpretation. Gestures are another crucial aspect of nonverbal communication. Hand movements, for example, can offer significant insight into a person's feelings and intentions. Open hand gestures usually signify honesty and openness, conveying a willingness to interact. On the other hand, fidgeting hands or repeatedly touching one's face might indicate nervousness or anxiety. Some gestures have specific cultural connotations that should be considered. For example, a thumbs-up gesture generally means approval in many cultures, but can be offensive in others. It's vital to understand these nuances to avoid misinterpretations, especially in multicultural environments. By learning to interpret key gestures accurately, individuals can better gauge others' openness to interaction, enabling more meaningful and effective engagements. Facial expressions. Facial expressions are perhaps the most telling form of nonverbal communication, often revealing true emotions that words may attempt to conceal. A fleeting expression, also known as a micro-expression, can contradict verbal statements, offering a glimpse into genuine feelings. Recognizing these brief flashes of emotion is crucial for discernment in social interactions. For instance, a person may verbally express agreement during a meeting, but display a brief frown or eye roll, indicating underlying disagreement or dissatisfaction. Being attuned to such expressions allows one to address unspoken concerns directly, enhancing honesty and transparency in communication. Moreover, consistent observation of facial cues, like a smile or raised eyebrows, helps build empathy and trust, as it demonstrates attentiveness and responsiveness to others' emotional states. Physical distance. The concept of personal space plays a significant role in understanding relational dynamics. How close or far individuals stand from each other can signal their level of comfort and the nature of their relationship. In a professional setting, maintaining an appropriate distance conveys respect and professionalism. However, standing too far away might be perceived as disinterest, while standing too close could seem invasive. In personal relationships, proximity often reflects intimacy and comfort levels. Close physical distance between friends and loved ones typically indicates a strong bond and mutual affection. Conversely, increased distance can suggest discomfort or relational strain. By being mindful of these spatial cues, one can effectively navigate interactions, adjusting their communication strategy to foster better rapport and connection. Guidelines. Understanding posture entails noting specific body alignments and movements. Maintain awareness of changes in stance, whether an individual shifts their weight frequently or stands firm. It's beneficial to observe the broader context, such as the setting and activity, to interpret the posture accurately. For example, someone standing rigidly at a social event might feel out of place or anxious. When interpreting gestures, focus on consistent patterns rather than isolated actions. Pay attention to repetitive motions like tapping fingers, which may indicate impatience, or open-palmed gestures, suggesting openness and honesty. Consider cultural backgrounds when interpreting gestures to prevent misunderstandings. For facial expressions, practice recognizing micro-expressions through regular observation and training. Use tools like video recordings to review interactions, helping you identify brief emotional cues missed in real time. Be aware of the context in which expressions occur, as surroundings and conversations significantly influence facial reactions. Regarding physical distance, respect personal boundaries by allowing individuals to dictate the acceptable space. Observe how people react when you adjust your proximity. Moving slightly closer or farther can help gauge comfort levels. In professional environments, maintain a socially acceptable distance to convey professionalism and respect. Contextual analysis of behavior. Understanding the importance of context in interpreting behaviors is crucial for anyone looking to make accurate assessments of social interactions. Contextual factors play a significant role in shaping how we perceive and understand the actions of others. Environmental factors are one such context that can influence behavior significantly. For example, consider the difference between observing someone in a workplace versus at a social gathering. In a workplace setting, individuals may be more reserved, focused on tasks, and adhere to professional norms. Formal attire, structured communication patterns, and hierarchical relationships define interactions. On the other hand, social gatherings usually provide a more relaxed atmosphere where people express themselves more freely, engage in informal conversations, and tend to reveal personal nuances. Recognizing these environmental influences allows us to adjust our expectations and interpretations accordingly, making our assessments more accurate. Role dynamics also contribute to the context of behavior interpretation. Understanding the hierarchy within any given environment can offer insights into power play and resistance expressed through body language and verbal communication. In a corporate setting, for instance, being aware of who holds authority and who reports to whom can help identify subtle signals of compliance or defiance. A subordinate might show deference by avoiding direct eye contact or maintaining a closed posture when interacting with their superior. Conversely, a person in a position of power might exhibit open postures, take up more space, or interrupt others frequently. Recognizing these dynamics helps in navigating and facilitating smoother interactions by aligning one's approach with the observed power structure. Temporal situations add another layer of complexity to understanding behaviors. The timing of an interaction, as well as past encounters, shape current behaviors and attitudes. For example, meeting a colleague right after they have finished a stressful project might result in a very different interaction compared to catching them during a period of downtime. Similarly, cumulative experiences from past interactions create a baseline that influences future engagements. If someone has previously felt unheard or dismissed in conversations with a particular individual, they may enter future discussions more guardedly or with a sense of resignation. Being mindful of these temporal factors helps in gauging readiness for discussion or negotiation, thereby enhancing communicative effectiveness. Cultural and social norms are pivotal in the context of behavioral interpretation as well. Cultural backgrounds inform how people display emotions, communicate, and even what they consider appropriate in certain scenarios. For instance, in some cultures, maintaining prolonged eye contact is a sign of sincerity and engagement, while in others it may be considered rude or confrontational. Social norms around touch, personal space, and gestures also vary widely across cultures. Understanding these cultural differences broadens our ability to interpret behaviors accurately and prevents potential misunderstandings. It allows for empathetic engagement, respecting diverse ways of expressing and receiving communication. Incorporating awareness of environmental factors, role dynamics, temporal situations, and cultural and social norms collectively enables a more nuanced understanding of social interactions. Let's delve deeper into some practical guidelines to enhance observational skills. Daily observation exercises can be beneficial in honing one's ability to notice contextual elements and their impacts on behavior. Select public places like parks, cafes, or even office settings, and spend 10-15 minutes observing interactions without intervening. Note how people's behavior changes when they are alone versus when in groups. Pay attention to environmental clues. Are people more relaxed in outdoor settings compared to indoor meetings? Do they speak louder or softer based on the perceived formality of the place? Regularly practicing such exercises sharpens your observational skills and ingrains the habit of considering context. Reflection and analysis are essential components following observation. After each exercise, take time to reflect on your observations. What did you notice about the environmental factors, role dynamics, or cultural norms in play? How did these elements shape the behaviors you witnessed? Write down your reflections to track patterns and refine your analytical abilities over time. This reflection phase is crucial for transforming raw observations into meaningful insights. Role-playing scenarios can serve as an excellent method to practice and internalize understandings of context-driven behavior. Engage in simulated interactions where you and a partner alternate between different roles and settings. For one scenario, enact a workplace conflict, emphasizing hierarchical tensions and power dynamics. In another, simulate a friendly social gathering focusing on relaxed and informal communication cues. By actively participating in these role-play exercises, you gain first-hand experience in navigating various contexts, which aids in quick and accurate interpretation in real-life situations. Mindfulness techniques offer another layer of depth to improve observational skills. Practices such as deep breathing and focused attention can enhance your state of awareness, allowing you to pick up on subtle contextual cues that might otherwise go unnoticed. Mindfulness trains you to stay present in the moment, reducing distractions and fostering a heightened sense of observation. Start with short sessions of mindfulness meditation, gradually increasing the duration as you become more comfortable. Integrate these techniques into your daily routine to maintain a consistent level of attentiveness. Bringing it all together. Throughout this chapter, we have explored the importance of developing sharp observational skills to analyze social interactions effectively. By understanding and interpreting subtle nonverbal cues, such as posture, gestures, facial expressions, and physical distance, one can gain valuable insights into the unspoken emotions and intentions of others. Additionally, we emphasized the significance of contextual behavior by considering environmental factors, role dynamics, temporal situations, and cultural norms. These elements play a crucial role in shaping how individuals interact and communicate, providing a deeper understanding of the underlying factors influencing behavior. As you continue to refine your observational abilities, remember the practical guidelines discussed: daily observation exercises, reflection and analysis, role-playing scenarios, and mindfulness techniques. These practices help integrate the knowledge gained from this chapter into everyday life, enhancing both personal and professional interactions. Improved observational skills enable more effective communication, foster empathy, and build stronger relationships. By remaining attentive to the subtleties of human behavior, you can better navigate the complexities of social interactions, ultimately leading to more meaningful and rewarding connections with others. Chapter 9. Mastering Social Dynamics. Mastering social dynamics requires a keen understanding of how to adapt one's behavior and communication style to fit various social environments. Young professionals often find themselves navigating corporate meetings, casual gatherings, and formal events, each demanding a unique approach to interaction. Recognizing the subtle differences between these settings allows individuals to present themselves effectively and foster positive relationships. Similarly, in personal interactions, being attuned to the context can significantly enhance one's ability to connect with others on a deeper level, ensuring more meaningful and impactful exchanges. In this chapter, we delve into the intricacies of adapting your approach based on the environment you're in. We explore the importance of observing and understanding group dynamics, from identifying key influencers in a corporate setting to understanding familial roles at family gatherings. You'll learn how to utilize both verbal and nonverbal cues to resonate with different audiences, and how emotional intelligence plays a crucial role in modulating behavior according to the emotional climate of a room. The discussion extends to practical guidelines for assessing social contexts, honing self-awareness, and leveraging emotional awareness for deeper connections. Through insightful examples and actionable techniques, this chapter offers valuable tools for navigating complex social settings with heightened perception and confidence. Adapting your approach to different social environments. Navigating complex social settings requires a nuanced approach to both behavior and communication. Young professionals often find themselves in diverse environments where the expectations and norms can vary widely, making it essential to adapt. Similarly, individuals looking to improve their personal relationships or deepen their understanding of human behavior must also be adept at modifying their interaction styles based on context. First and foremost, understanding the nuances of various environments is key. In corporate meetings, for instance, the formal atmosphere necessitates a professional demeanor, while ensuring you stay engaged and articulate your points clearly. On the other hand, casual gatherings might prioritize a relaxed and approachable demeanor. Formal events often require a certain level of decorum and attention to detail. Recognizing these differences allows you to align your behavior and communication style with the given setting, enhancing your effectiveness and acceptance within the group. In any social environment, analyzing relationships and hierarchies within groups offers valuable insights into group dynamics. Corporate settings might have clear hierarchical structures that influence how people interact and communicate. Higher-ups may expect deference and concise communication, while peers might engage more freely and openly. By understanding these dynamics, you can tailor your communication to fit the expected norms, allowing for smoother interactions. The same principle applies to family gatherings, where recognizing familial roles and relationships helps in modulating one's behavior accordingly. Moreover, Utilizing verbal and nonverbal cues effectively is crucial to resonating with different audiences. In corporate settings, a firm handshake, steady eye contact, and clear articulation reflect confidence and competence. At a casual gathering, open body language, laughter, and an engaging tone can make you more approachable. Tailoring your verbal messages to the interests and backgrounds of your audience ensures clarity without compromising authenticity. For example, using industry jargon in a corporate meeting might demonstrate expertise, but the same language could alienate friends or family unfamiliar with those terms. Emotional intelligence plays a paramount role in reading the emotional climate of a room and adjusting behavior accordingly. Being able to gauge whether the mood in a meeting is tense or relaxed allows you to adapt your communication style. If tensions are high, a calm and composed demeanor can help de-escalate situations. Conversely, if the atmosphere is upbeat, matching that energy makes you more relatable. Emotional intelligence also aids in empathizing with others' emotions, which fosters deeper connections and trust. A practical guideline for assessing the social context involves observing and listening before actively engaging. Take note of the overall mood, how people are interacting, and any unspoken rules that might be present. This initial observation phase allows you to gather information and adjust your approach accordingly, ensuring your behavior aligns with the group's norms. Recognizing group dynamics involves identifying key influencers and understanding their impact on the group. In a corporate setting, this might mean paying attention to the person everyone else defers to, or the one whose opinions seem to carry the most weight. Aligning yourself with these influencers can enhance your position within the group. Similarly, in personal settings, understanding who holds sway allows you to navigate conversations and interactions more smoothly. Tailoring communication styles to suit different contexts requires self-awareness and flexibility. A guideline here is to practice active listening and feedback. By actively listening, you show respect and interest in what others are saying, creating a positive impression. Providing constructive feedback, tailored to the individual's preferences, further establishes your credibility and strengthens the relationship. Leveraging emotional awareness enhances your ability to connect on a deeper level. Developing this skill involves being mindful of both your own emotions and those of others. Regularly reflecting on your emotional responses in various situations and seeking feedback from trusted colleagues or friends can hone this awareness. Using techniques such as empathy mapping or scenario analysis helps anticipate and respond to emotional cues more effectively. It's important to remember that these skills are not innate, but can be developed over time with practice and reflection. Engaging in activities that push you out of your comfort zone, such as public speaking, networking events, or team projects, provides valuable opportunities to refine your behavior and communication styles in diverse settings. Influencing and persuading others. Mastering the art of influence and persuasion is essential for those looking to navigate complex social dynamics effectively. Through keen observation and active interaction, individuals can uncover the driving forces behind others' decisions and behaviors, build rapid trust, leverage storytelling for emotional engagement, and handle objections with grace, ensuring a positive atmosphere. This subpoint delves into these aspects, providing insights and guidelines to empower young professionals, relationship seekers, and psychology enthusiasts alike. Understanding the motivations behind people's actions is a foundational skill in mastering influence. Emotional triggers play a significant role in shaping decisions and behaviors. Recognizing these triggers requires attentiveness to nonverbal cues, such as body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. For instance, a person who frequently seeks validation may be driven by a need for approval, while someone who exhibits defensive behavior might have underlying fears or insecurities. By identifying these emotional triggers, you can tailor your approach to align with their intrinsic motivations, making your interactions more impactful. Building rapport quickly is another crucial element in establishing influence. Trust is the cornerstone of any meaningful connection, whether in professional settings or personal relationships. Techniques for finding common ground help in this regard. Shared experiences, interests, or goals create a sense of familiarity and ease, fostering an environment conducive to open communication. Maintaining authenticity is equally important. People are adept at detecting insincerity. Demonstrating genuine interest and being transparent in your intentions can significantly enhance your credibility and strengthen the bond. Storytelling serves as a powerful tool in evoking emotions and leading to persuasion. Narratives resonate on a deeper level than mere facts, making them more memorable and influential. Consider the advertising campaign by Procter & Gamble during the Olympics, where they shared heartfelt stories of athletes and their mothers. These stories not only highlighted the brand's products, but also touched emotional chords, fostering a strong emotional connection with the audience. Through storytelling, you can weave a narrative that aligns with your audience's values and aspirations, making your message more compelling. Navigating objections and pushbacks gracefully is essential in maintaining a positive environment during interactions. Resistance is a natural part of any persuasive effort, and responding to it with empathy and composure can turn potential conflicts into opportunities for deeper understanding. Employ techniques such as reflective listening, where you acknowledge the other person's concerns and validate their feelings before presenting your perspective. This approach not only diffuses tension, but also demonstrates respect and consideration, paving the way for constructive dialogue. To further illustrate the application of these principles, let's consider a case study from the business world. Imagine a young professional aiming to pitch a new project idea to their team. First, they identify the emotional triggers of the stakeholders. Perhaps some are driven by innovation, while others prioritize risk management. Tailoring the pitch to address these motivations increases its relevance and appeal. Establishing trust quickly can be achieved by highlighting past successes and aligning the project's goals with the team's overarching objectives. Utilizing storytelling, the professional can narrate a vision of the project's impact, drawing parallels to successful ventures the team admires. When faced with objections, they listen attentively, acknowledge valid points, and offer reasoned responses, ensuring that all voices feel heard and respected. In romantic and familial relationships, these skills are equally beneficial. Understanding what drives your partner's behaviors, whether it's a desire for security, affection, or recognition, allows you to respond more thoughtfully. Building rapport through shared activities and open communication strengthens emotional bonds, while authenticity ensures that your connections remain genuine. Storytelling can enrich your relationship by sharing your journeys, dreams, and challenges, creating a shared narrative that fosters unity. Handling disagreements with empathy and patience prevents escalation and promotes mutual understanding. For psychology enthusiasts and self-help readers, integrating research-based insights with actionable techniques enhances their comprehension of human behavior. Studies have shown that emotional intelligence, which includes recognizing and managing one's own emotions, as well as those of others, plays a critical role in persuasive interactions. Training oneself to be more observant, empathetic, and communicative can lead to more effective influence and stronger interpersonal relationships. Balancing analysis and empathy is vital in crafting a well-rounded approach to influence. While understanding data and logical reasoning are important, they must be complemented by emotional awareness and sensitivity. Analyzing patterns in behavior and leveraging psychological principles provides a robust framework for influence. But empathy ensures that your methods remain ethical and considerate. Practicing reflective listening, where you restate what the other person has said to confirm understanding, helps balance these elements. This technique not only shows that you value their input, but also allows you to clarify any misunderstandings, fostering a collaborative spirit. Practicing reflective listening in everyday interactions can strengthen your ability to connect with others and influence positively. For example, during a team meeting, actively listen to your colleagues' contributions and reflect back what you've heard. This practice improves comprehension and demonstrates your commitment to collaborative problem solving. In personal relationships, reflective listening can deepen emotional intimacy by showing that you genuinely care about your partner's perspectives and feelings. Summary and reflections. Navigating complex social environments involves understanding and adapting to various settings, whether they are professional, personal, or casual. This chapter has explored how young professionals can align their behavior and communication with the expectations of different contexts, emphasizing the importance of analyzing relationships and hierarchies within groups. By observing verbal and nonverbal cues and leveraging emotional intelligence, individuals can effectively engage with diverse audiences. Practical guidelines, such as initial observation before engagement and recognizing key influencers, allow for smoother interactions and enhanced group acceptance. Emotional awareness and self-reflection are fundamental in developing these skills over time. Engaging in activities outside your comfort zone can refine your communication styles and interpersonal behaviors. Techniques like active listening and providing constructive feedback build stronger connections, while empathy mapping and scenario analysis help anticipate and respond to emotional cues. By honing these abilities, both young professionals and those seeking to improve personal relationships can foster deeper connections and trust, ultimately enhancing their effectiveness in navigating complex social landscapes. Conclusion. In our journey through the art of reading people, we've explored a range of techniques designed to help you better understand and interpret human behavior. These methods are like tools in a toolkit, each one contributing to your ability to connect more deeply with those around you. From dissecting the nuances of body language to decoding facial expressions and understanding vocal tones, these skills are essential for fostering better relationships, both personal and professional. Consider for a moment the power of body language. Our movements, gestures, and postures communicate volumes without saying a single word. By being attuned to these subtle cues, you can gain insights into someone's feelings or intentions, often before they even speak. This awareness can set you apart in your career by improving your ability to gauge your colleagues' or clients' reactions and adjust your approach accordingly. Decoding facial expressions is another critical skill we've delved into. The face is a canvas where emotions are painted vividly. From a fleeting smile to a furrowed brow, understanding these expressions can help you respond more empathetically and effectively. In romantic and familial relationships, this can be particularly powerful. Recognizing the joy, sadness, or frustration on a loved one's face allows you to address their needs more precisely, building stronger bonds of trust and empathy. Vocal tone also plays a crucial role in communication. The same words can convey different meanings depending on how they are said. By mastering the ability to interpret vocal nuances, you enhance your communication skills significantly. This is invaluable in professional settings, where clear, confident communication can lead to successful negotiations and collaborations. In your personal life, understanding the emotions behind the words spoken by your partner, family, or friends helps in fostering deeper emotional connections. At the heart of these techniques lies the concept of emotional intelligence. By honing your emotional intelligence, you not only become better at reading others, but also at understanding yourself. Emotional intelligence is about being aware of and managing your own emotions, while recognizing and influencing the emotions of those around you. This dual aspect makes it a cornerstone of effective communication and relationship building. Developing emotional intelligence starts with self-awareness. By regularly reflecting on your emotional responses and triggers, you can gain control over your reactions and handle situations more calmly and rationally. This heightened self-awareness makes you more sensitive to the emotions of others, thereby improving your interpersonal skills. In the workplace, this translates to better teamwork, leadership, and conflict resolution. In personal relationships, it fosters patience, empathy, and mutual respect. However, like any skill, these abilities to read and connect with people improve with practice. It's not enough to simply know the techniques. Applying them in real-life situations is what makes them second nature. Challenge yourself to observe subtle cues during your daily interactions. Pay attention to the body language, facial expressions, and vocal tones of those you encounter. Over time, you'll find that your ability to interpret these signals becomes more refined and intuitive. For young professionals aiming to advance their careers, continuous practice of these skills can be a game changer. Networking events, meetings, and even casual office conversations offer opportunities to apply what you've learned. By doing so, you can build stronger professional relationships, gain allies, and navigate workplace dynamics more effectively. For those looking to improve their romantic and familial relationships, practice means being present and attentive in your interactions with loved ones. Notice the small changes in their expressions and tones, and respond with empathy and understanding. This attentiveness shows that you care and are invested in the relationship, which strengthens the bond between you. Psychology enthusiasts and self-help readers will appreciate that these practices are grounded in research-based insights. The techniques covered in this book are backed by studies in human behavior and psychology, ensuring that you are not just relying on anecdotal evidence, but on proven methods. Engaging with these practices consistently will deepen your understanding of human behavior, enriching your personal growth journey. As we conclude, I encourage you to view every interaction with newfound curiosity and a desire for understanding. Imagine each person you meet as a complex narrative waiting to be discovered. What stories lie behind their expressions, gestures, and tones? By approaching interactions with this mindset, you not only enhance your ability to connect with others, but also contribute to a more empathetic and understanding society. This broader perspective enriches your life in ways beyond personal advancement. It fosters a community where people feel seen, heard, and valued. In a world where digital communication often overshadows face-to-face interactions, the ability to genuinely connect with others becomes increasingly precious. Remember, the art of reading people is not about manipulation or gaining an upper hand. It's about creating meaningful connections, understanding diverse perspectives, and fostering a compassionate environment. As you step back into the world, equipped with these skills, seek to build bridges rather than walls. Your efforts to understand and empathize with others will not only benefit you, but will also create ripples of positivity in your surroundings. Embrace the journey of continuous learning and practice. Each day presents new opportunities to refine your skills and grow as an individual. Whether you're aiming to climb the corporate ladder, deepen your romantic connections, or simply understand human behavior better, these techniques are your stepping stones to a richer, more fulfilling life. Thank you for embarking on this journey through the art of reading people. Your dedication to improving your interpersonal skills and understanding the intricacies of human behavior is commendable. Keep practicing, stay curious, and above all, continue striving to connect with others on a deeper level. The rewards of your efforts will be a tapestry of rich, meaningful relationships that enhance every aspect of your life.